We the gang, we all we got. Education of self, generational wealth. Stimulus check on the first, it'll be gone by the 12th. The middle class is wiped out, America shut down. No NBA buckets, ain't no throwing no touchdowns. People living in fear, alone with their own thoughts. And that's a dangerous thing, cause niggas got no heart. The great white shark bite got blood in the water. Late night gunfights detained.
Well, hello there, people. Decided to keep it gender neutral or non-binary instead of the usual ladies and gentlemen. Today we'll be discussing the gender biases in one of my personal favorite films, Forrest Gump. By looking at the world in which the film takes place, the film has a lot of historical accuracy as it takes place from the 1950s to the 1980s, where our film starts. Let's get started. To summarize the movie Forrest Gump, it is a 1994 American film based on the 1986 novel Forrest Gump. It follows the character Forrest Gump, a man who was born mentally disadvantaged, but his mama taught him that he is no different than anyone else. This led him to not see himself any different than anyone else around him. This mindset led him to go to college, play football, saving comrades in the Vietnam conflict, and witness many historical events. Played by Tom Hanks as Forrest Gump, the film won 6 Academy Awards and earned over $678.2 million worldwide, making it second highest grossing film in 1994, right behind Lion King. We will be examining the world around Forrest Gump, using the lens of gender and discussing a few of his interactions with social structures. To summarize social structures, Britannica.com summarizing, social structures as an institute is a place where humans interact with one another and or live together. Our social structures we will discuss are family, education, and last, society. Starting with family. Forrest Gump as a boy grew up in 1956 in the South, living in
Alabama, sir. You twins?
With his mother, who ran a boarding house from property that was passed down in their family. According to Galaxy International Multidisciplinary Research Journal, Volume 3, family dynamics in American drama during the 1950s in America was a time of economic boom. Following the World War II, it was marked by tremendous economic growth, the manufacturing and consuming of goods during the booming industrial growth. America was very conservative and materialistic. After World War II, many servicemen who returned home after the war suddenly wanted to get married and raise families as they had experienced the uncertainties of life during war. The typical family consisted of a breadwinner father, homemaker mother, and several children. Families would dine together, do public outings. Advertisements always showed white middle-class people with broad smiles because they apparently were so happy and fulfilled. However, beneath this fake exterior was violence, terror, or simply grinding misery that only sometimes came to light. Poverty remained more widespread than the last 3 recessions. Even in the white middle class, not every woman was sincerely happy. Housewives during the 50s suffered from anxiety and depression. Despite the outward calm, feminine in appearance, there was an emotionally unstable individual with hidden aggression trapped in a patriarchal, abusive marriage.
All done. Now I'm free to enjoy the rest of my day.
Get out of here! Leave me alone!
In the film, however, Forrest's upbringing was nothing like that. His father had left before he could remember. Some may argue that Forrest was disadvantaged because of this, but I say it was an advantage not to learn about toxic masculinity.
Hey, dummy! Are you retarded or just plain stupid? No, I'm Forrest.
Our next social structure is education. According to Thomas A. Dipeete and Cludia Buchmanns' 2003's briefing, The Rise of Women, in the 1950s, majority of America believed the point of education for women was simply to make them better wives and mothers. More women entered college in this era, but the dropout rates were so much higher, with many quitting college as soon as they got engaged or married, making education another patriarchal social institute ran by cis white males. In our film, we can see how rules are beneficial for patriarchal reasons.
I want to show you something, Mrs. Gump. Now, this is normal. Forrest is right here. The state requires a minimum IQ of 80 to attend public school, Mrs. Gump.
We're talking about 5 little points here. There must be something can be done.
We're a progressive school system. We don't want to see anybody left behind. Is that Mr. Gump? Mrs. Gump? Oh, your mama sure does care about your schooling, son.
In the film, we also see the segregation that occurred at the University of Alabama in 1963 when Forrest Gump witnessed Governor George Wallace Jr. stand in the schoolhouse door to allow one of the 2 first colored students to enter. And now transitioning to our last topic, society. In the film, we see every time Forrest interacts with anyone, he is immediately questioned about being the way he is.
Are you stupid or something? Mama says stupid as stupid does.
That there's Forrest Gump, Coach. Just a local idiot. Are you stupid or something?
Stupid is, stupid does, sir.
Are you crazy? Or just plain stupid?
Stupid is, stupid does, Mrs.
Despite all this, Forrest Gump prevails further and further because he isn't smart enough to see the complications of society. Complications such as social class, race, or gender. Even during a time when mistreating women was acceptable, Forrest Gump knew better, acting as a hybrid masculinity. A version of masculinity that selectively incorporates symbols, performances, and identities that society associates with women or low-status men. In my opinion, compassionate but fierce.
Racist and imperial dog act.
So to summarize, we looked at the film Forrest Gump and examined 3 different social structures: the family, everyone's first social institution, school, and society in general. So be different, be hybrid, not toxic, and happy holidays.
White shark bite got blood in the water. Late night gunfights.